We're looking at a live shot on ice slip on Long Island, and spring actually just started minutes ago, but you wouldn't know it by looking outside. Let's bring in meteorologist Jeff Denoyer. And Jeff, people not only cursing you, but your entire profession, people enough already. No one's laughing about it. People are fed up, and they don't want to hear, well, it could be worse. You could have been in Boston this winter. Technically, we're in spring right now, but are we finally going to start to feel like spring?
You know, March can be kind of one of those crazy months. You know, you get a day where it's 60 degrees and sunny, and then the next day you're talking snow. And that's kind of been the pattern so far this month. I feel like every time we warm up, Mother Nature shoots us with some more cold air, and then we get some snow. And I think if you start to look at the long-term models, you look for some glimmer of hope of warm temperatures. And I think as we go into the day tomorrow, we'll start to warm up a little bit. But long-term, it looks like it's more towards the first week of April. We'll start to see those temperatures get a little bit warmer.
Well, we're looking at the weekend right now, in fact, and as you said, you know, Saturday not so bad, and gets a little chilly on Sunday, right?
Yeah, and there's that tease I was talking about. Mother Nature saying, okay, we'll go mid-40s for you Saturday. We'll melt a lot of the snow that's fallen today. Maybe a quick little rain shower in the evening, but otherwise dry. And then what we'll do is we'll usher in another round of cold air on Sunday, and that's how we'll start next week with some colder air, and then it will moderate slowly once again.
Well, you're a baseball guy, and are we going to have, you know, snow like we've seen on certain opening days before? We going to finally be able, I mean, people have fatigue about this cold as much as any season I can remember in a while.
Well, you know, it's true. I mean, it happens, you know, it's not just like one group of people saying, okay, look, I've had enough of the winter. It's everywhere. Where you go to the supermarket and everybody's talking about how they just want to start seeing some glimmer of hope of some warmer temperatures. And, you know, and I think when you go into April, you look at the long-term models and you look at big movements. You know,
Yep.
Do you have some kind of warmer air trying to win out over the colder air? Is it happening slowly? Is it happening quickly? Is it going to be like one day cold and the next day really warm? And right now it looks like when we go into April, especially right after Easter, because Easter's early this year, we're going to get a big flux of warmer air that wants to work in from the south and west. And what that means for you at home, it means that temperatures rise to where they should be or slightly above, and hopefully we can keep it that way. It doesn't look like that pattern will change month in April. So once we get to those warmer temperatures, it will stay consistent and we can finally thaw out a little bit.
Finally, as a frame of reference, I know nobody wants to hear this, but, you know, it's been winter up until today, and I know it's retired, but and also if you look in terms of modeling in the past, we've had cold Aprils before too, right?
Oh yeah, I mean we've had snowstorms in April, you know, and I think what happens is a lot of times those April snowstorms are the really most. I know snow in March is frustrating, but in April when you're starting to see things bloom, and then all of a sudden you get this cold blast of air. And what I mean by cold in April, highs in the 30s, which is really cold in April, just enough when some precipitation comes in, you get a little snow, and that's happened in the past, you know. And being this year, Easter being early this year, it came to my mind when I was looking, oh wow, Easter is the first weekend, you know, we could have some snow on Easter. If this had timed out to be a little later, we could have, you know, and that's what can happen in April. You get just a little taste of snow when you just don't want it.
Oh, don't blame the meteorologist, but he's given us a little bit of hope here. Let's hope. Hey, Jeff, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, everybody, when we come back after this break, we're going to have headlines from the Valley. Stay with us.